What do you think Vietnam represents or stands for Oliver personally?
Well, I think it certainly is a rite of passage. And I don't think he'll deny that it was an enormous rite of passage. I think it was an insight for Oliver into the human condition and the sometimes very, very dark places that are within the human condition. Do I think that it affected everything else that he did in his life? Yes, in some way it did. But I don't think that's unusual. I think all of us who've survived the crucible of combat, in some ways, that survival, that crucible of combat, has affected everything else we do. We might not even know it consciously, but it is affecting everything else we do. And I certainly think that's true with Oliver. He has a reference when he and I talk. He has a tendency to will shorthand things, and it always seems to be a reference to Vietnam in one way or another. So I think that's an example. It was a seminal experience for Oliver. It was a seminal experience for me. And in almost every case of people who survived it, for good or ill, it was a seminal experience.